Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Can I remind you to hit that like button and subscribe? Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're on Mopy Talks with Alex. Isn't
Hi.
that fun? Say hi, Alex.
This is the first time we've done this, so is it going to be fun? I don't know.
No, it's not
We're
going
just
to be
going to
fun.
find out, aren't we?
My scripted videos don't do as well, so this is unscripted.
See, from the views on your channel, I
Yes.
am the highlight of your channel. You see the Hearts of Iron 4 videos, like 50 views. You're like the next PewDiePie because of me, you know.
You're really not. You're really not helping. All these
I know I'm
videos
not.
I've done recently and gained so many subscribers.
So many subscribers, yeah.
Mm.
So,
Yes. So,
computers, PC games, yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what we're
What do
into.
you think of people burning down 5G masts?
I mean, some
With the
people
Guardian
say
the Guardian
it's
labelling them Corona masts.
yeah, people are stupid to think that 5G masts are spreading the coronavirus because it's impossible. It's happened before. Like when the internet first came into existence. I mean, I wasn't even born, but um, they were saying, the internet is going to cause people cancer and stuff. It's just like rubbish, right? Absolute rubbish,
As
right?
a pre-YouTube tennial myself,
Oh yeah, I was born before YouTube as well.
yeah, I always brag about that. Because I think that's what really changed the internet. Fuck
Yeah,
MySpace.
YouTube is probably the big thing that's changed the internet.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay, moving back to 5G towers. We went off topic.
yeah, we've already gone off topic. This is going so good. 5G masts. Yeah,
People are
I mean they're a good
stupid.
thing. They're a good thing, right?
Yes.
They
And
they're going to
they
provide
got
faster.
radiation cleared.
Yeah, they've already been cleared, and then people are just stupid to think that they're going to cause coronavirus. It means your
I
channels.
think it was
I'm going to
because of
say
the
demonetized.
the high amount of cases round there. Some local must have
Yeah.
concluded.
Welcome to the Midlands.
I'm gonna have to edit that out, you twat. Um. Yes.
Yep.
Isn't
So, what do you think about the Minecraft with RTX now?
well. It's nothing new. It doesn't work well on mod RTXs because it relies on non-existent ray tracing cores, even though they could have outsourced that to other CPU or GPU components. Like all, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it looks pretty good to be honest. The videos I've seen, but you gotta have a big wallet to get an RTX card and stuff. And even with a 2060, the cheapest RTX, you're still getting 20 FPS is nothing, right? It's so taxing on performance.
Not on the 2060.
On the 2060, 20 FPS.
It's not.
I've seen videos.
The 2060.
The RTX 2060, yeah.
Yeah, that's not right.
It is.
It's ray
Let me show
tracing
you.
cores. Oh yeah, that can't do proper ray tracing. You need a 2070.
Yeah, I mean the RTX 2060 kind of. I don't. I wouldn't buy one.
For the
They're kind
price,
of.
I wish Radeon would get their act together.
Yeah, I mean some of the cheaper Radeon cards are good. Like the RX 570 is very very good value. I mean I've got a GTX 1650 and that's considered Nvidia's cheap budget card, right?
They do cheaper ones. No, they don't.
Yeah, but they do. They were not. No, they
The
do the GTX
6
1050.
gig, no, the 6 gig 1060.
Yeah, that is cheaper, but I don't think it's as good.
As building my PC myself, I can't remember what I was going to say. I was just rubbing it in your face, Alex.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah,
imagine having to put
so we did
hours of labor
an
into building
hour.
a
It took
computer.
me an hour and a bit.
Yeah, but when you first started this computer, you only had like an old laptop hard drive in it. Meanwhile, I'm out here with my Hitachi 2 terabyte hard drive.
No,
Probably.
no. I got that, and then I bought a second hard drive later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm already over a terabyte.
Over a terabyte of use. Oh, I don't even know what I'm at. Um,
It's got a
I'm
bit.
using probably about 500 gigabytes of mine.
I downloaded Sea of Thieves. I downloaded I don't know why I downloaded Sea of I downloaded Warzone, and it's just ridiculous. I wish they would just make like cloud gaming sooner.
Yeah. Well, I've been trying to download Warzone for days now, and because I don't
But
even know why.
you can't
But
leave your computer on overnight, can
no RGB. You know, don't want RGB strobing in my eyes when I'm trying to
you?
sleep. You
I
know.
don't have that problem
Oh, look at you, rich boy.
in my office.
Got your own office. You know.
Yeah.
How do the other half live?
Just-
Yeah.
well, actually, the majority of people are middle class.
Well, depends
That
where you are.
in the only real nation.
The only real nation.
Hmm.
Are you talking saying England is the only country in
No, I'm
Britain?
not racist, Britain. No, you'd be mad to have an English flag up. Everybody thinks you're part of the EDL.
Yeah. What do you think about AMD releasing even cheaper budget Zen 2 CPUs?
Can you call them budget though?
Yeah, they're like
No,
literally.
but they're not budget, they're value.
Yeah, they're
Well,
cheap. They're cheap. They're trying to compete with.
we go 3 years ago. We go back 3 years ago, and if you, maybe 4 years ago, you go back and say you want a 6 core to 8 core CPU. How much is that going to set you back?
Like £1,000 probably.
Yes. And when you've got an 8 core CPU, which is on sale for 150,
Yeah, it's like the Ryzen 7
20,
7 gens.
2700X.
Yeah.
Link in description. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think you can call it a budget CPU. The lowest one matches Intel specification for what you need in quotation marks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I have an old second gen i7, you know, and the bottom Ryzen 3 is cheap on the internet right now. You can get it for like 40 quid on eBay, used. Of course, they're not really selling them new anymore, right? And that has probably about the same performance. And the price of my CPU online from kind of
yeah.
Amazon, etc., is 170 quid, and the bottom gen Ryzen 3 is 40 quid. You know, it's a no-brainer. I'd go for the
No, it's
Ryzen
not.
3.
No, it's not.
Well,
The Athlon is it's still Ryzen technically, but it's like Pentium. I can't remember what we were on about.
what about CPUs?
Yeah, yes, that's what. Oh, what do you think of the new China ones?
I haven't read much about that.
No, it's kept under wraps a bit recently.
I mean, I like the competition between Intel and AMD, right? I
Yeah,
mean, the performance of CPUs has increased massively over the last few years. You think about it. Let's go back to
price per
2016.
pound.
Price per pound, price per kind of
Yes.
performance, price to performance.
I don't have
Yes.
American viewers. We don't need to say dollar.
Yeah. So over the last kind of few years, we've got Ryzen come out, and
Yes.
we've still got the i3, i5, i7 series, which have been going on since like 2008 or something like
Yeah.
that. And if you go back to 2016, as you were saying,
Yeah.
a 6 and an 8 core would cost you like £1,000. You know, the
Yeah.
Intel Extreme series.
In the high-end desktop lineup.
Yeah. So nowadays, you know, you're getting Ryzen 7s, etc., 8 cores, right, that are like under 200 quid. You know.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine paying over 300 quid these days for an 8 core CPU.
Yeah. Well, depends on the performance. To be honest, an i9 9900K is an 8 core CPU, but it has much better performance than, let's say, I mean, gaming this is, right, than a
Oh,
Ryzen 7 2700X.
oh, here we go.
In other tasks such as...
No, it beats it in all the tasks. However, it costs 400 quid. And what we're
Yeah.
seeing, if AMD are able to sell their processors for £150, their second gen ones, is that how much they cost to produce?
No, they'll cost a lot less to produce. You know, they're probably made in some
Yes,
factory in China
exactly.
somewhere, costing minuscule amounts of money.
So, thinking back to Intel's markup originally, they've got a higher profit margin than the iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the iPhone's already like at 1,000% profit margin. Do you agree with me, Alex?
But it's true. The iPhones and etc. are getting a very, I probably think, a very high profit margin on kind of what their, you know, the phones and stuff. You know,
What would
the
you
brand new iPhone comes
think
out, and
about
it's
Go on.
the brand new iPhone comes out, and it's like 1,000. Apart from this time, I think it's like 4 days' time they're releasing the new SE, and that is extremely good value phone. That is
Is
like
it?
£400 for a good phone. That's
How many cameras?
uh, one camera.
Exactly.
However, it's the same spec as an iPhone 8, and it's cheaper than you can currently get an iPhone 8 for, right? And it's got the performance of an iPhone 11, right? I mean, we've got very
Doesn't.
differing views. No, it does. You can.
It does not.
We have very differing views on this. I've got Apple. You've got Android. Yeah, we both think that each
Mm.
one is better, but
Mm.
yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, I just don't think a bunch of middle class kids from an unnamed location really represent the modern cell phone market, Alex.
I'd much prefer the iOS operating system. It's just, you know,
It's just what? Worse.
it's cleaner. It looks cleaner.
It doesn't look clean, it looks horrible.
It doesn't look horrible.
I like
Like, let's
Android 8. I'm not updating to Android 11 because I like Android 8 and I have the choice to do that. No, you've got microphone. Do you remember? We don't have microwavable phone charging. Do you remember when that happened, Alex? When people put their phones in microwaves.
that's not a very clever idea anyway,
That
is
like
it?
Justine did as well. Yeah, I just think Android's better.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of, you know, it depends. You know
But
what you'd
what? It
use
depends
most.
on what.
I've always had an iPhone, right?
Yes.
And I think you've always had an Android.
Not true. I
Have you
once got
not?
my really old dad's phone, a Motorola flip phone, and that had Motorola OS.
Yeah, I'm talking. We're talking Apple versus Android here. We're not talking old operating system from 2008 versus
Did you know
modern Android. You know.
Windows Mobile used to have the highest market share?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that died quickly, didn't
yeah.
it?
They didn't invest. I think Android's just arguably better.
Yeah, as I
Yeah,
said, it
yes.
depends on
On what? Go on.
what phone you've used
On
for
what phone?
your entire life.
Why don't we just outlaw Apple phones? Just give all kids Android phones. Then they can all be used to the real operating system.
Because you know, Apple's got a very good reputation for making phones. You know,
No,
they
they
look
don't.
nice. They do. The Apple phones look so much better than Android phones.
They
I mean,
don't, though. There's so much. I hate Apple users saying there's so much. And Android is the operating system. It's the platform. There's so many different types of phones. The solid screen
that's the
phone
problem.
is Android.
Yeah, well, yeah. So the only Android phone that I consider buying is a Samsung. You know,
Yeah. Or don't buy
they
10th gen here in Europe. Did you
they
hear?
they're- yeah,
Yeah.
they're a reputable brand. You know, they're well known,
Yeah.
and I think that they, you know, I'd buy one of them because I know the brand. You know, instead of buying one of
Well,
these off-brand Android
you
phones
can't call
because
Motorola off brand.
yeah, but
They're not
Think
off-brand.
about the people. I don't know any people that use a Motorola phone in 2020. I mean, I've only heard things I've heard about Motorola was like
The Razr.
2008. The old flip phones,
The
etc.
Motorola Razr.
Yeah, that.
That's a new thing.
Well, it's yeah.
Yeah, the Z Flip was better in every other way. Motorola shouldn't make decent phones. I agree. They make cheaper phones with value. Let's look at the Motorola One Zoom. One Zoom. I'll just get a picture for you.
Mhm.
Now, they did copy the Apple aesthetic on this one. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Look
What
at
I
that.
don't. It's just the cameras are in such a weird position.
It's got 4 cameras.
What I don't understand why you.
How much would you pay for that phone?
Probably. I don't like it. I don't like the position of the cameras on the back of the phone.
Okay, let's look at the Motorola One then. They made a bunch of different versions. Now this is generally just, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I prefer that one because the cameras are in the corner.
That
Right? The
one's
cameras don't
£50
look
cheaper.
way. Yeah, the cameras don't look like they're in the way of where the phone. Where you hold the phone. If you hold a phone, you're gonna
Yeah.
hold it in kind of the middle area.
Samsung put their cameras roughly where the first one is.
Well, I don't like how fingerprints can get on the camera, and it's like if for example you've got a mirror or say
Yeah.
any piece of kind of glass or stuff, the more fingerprints that go on it, the more smear it's going to get. I've got an iPad and I've touched the iPad and it gets smears all over it. I have to try and wipe it off. It's a pain.
Yeah.
But then again, as any phone screen, there's no phone that doesn't have a screen. We're not using the old phones with buttons now, are we?
I like BlackBerry. Controversial opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this crappy video.
Featuring me, the highlight of the channel. Subscribe to the Mopy channel. Subscribe to the Farkie channel because we're not going to make any more. Oh, I'm not going to make any more videos. Probably haven't even made a video yet. But subscribe anyway because I might make a video in 2027.
Real commitment there. Thank you and goodbye.